Hi, it's Jackie Othen here with the Othen Group at Remax Ultimate. I'm with Emily Grundy here, the Regional Design Executive here. I'm really lucky to be with a special guest here at a Sherwin-Williams store that just opened, and we're here today to talk about color trends, all things that I'm sure you're all curious about. So let's get at it. Let's talk about, want to talk about color of the year first?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So our color of the year, we were kind of in this gray scene for quite a little bit of time, and now the trends are kind of warming up in tone. So this year we actually have Cavern Clay, which is our color of the year. So it's this warm terracotta.
And it's not an offensive terracotta, like it's a really soft, mellow terracotta. For those of you who like color, you'd be happy to hear it.
Absolutely. So I know in the paint industry it kind of seems a little silly, but we don't always recommend you putting these trend colors up on the wall. We're kind of seeing them as just pops of color, kind of like those exciting little dividends in the room. Awesome. So we always pairing them with these really great neutrals. So
and again, the realtor inside of me is so happy to hear that, because often you walk into an entire terracotta kind of room, and although this color is soft and mellow, it can be really overwhelming. So you would pair it as?
Pair it as a neutral, with a neutral. So we're looking at one of our colors here called Steam Milk, and then we have a really great neutral called Pediment. So just adding this as pops of color, and this doesn't necessarily need to be paint. This can actually be in your fabrics and your comforters and the different things within the room.
Pillows, drapery, anything you can accessorize with that a home buyer, prospective buyer looking at your home is not overwhelmed by, and things that can be taken away. So what would you do? Would you do the wall color?
I would do the wall color in the Pediment, and then the trim color and the door color in Steamed Milk.
Okay, so it's not a boring flat white. It's a lovely sort of milky color, and then this could be an accent wall, or these could all be entirely accessories?
It could be entirely accessories.
Awesome. Okay, all right. Let's talk about other paint color, because I see you've got these really cool, what do you call these?
These are interior mood boards.
Mood boards.
So these are color collections which are curated by our global color forecast team.
Okay.
And so these are just some of the things that we've created that kind of support the palettes that have been created for the years.
So you can see with this type of color, it looks sort of bohemian and chic and trendy, and looks like a lot of Toronto's communities here. So it's not meant for every house. Let's be clear about that. Certainly the milky color and the gray would lend well to this, but maybe not the color of the year.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
You can accomplish this in almost any house, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's depending on what kind of vibe that you'd like to bring to the space.
Okay.
You can really set your colors apart. So we're going to go through the boards here.
Sure.
So now.
So this is more my speed.
Absolutely. So this is the Raconteur. So this is this palette that kind of represents a really easy living lifestyle. So these colors really suit well to a variety of people, because for this kind of mid-modern century styling. So we have really kind of cool colors complementing warm neutrals as well. So there's creates this really even balance overall.
Awesome. And I see lions there. So
yeah.
So if you've got a house full of dogs or a jungle or safari of your own, it makes for a very relaxed family type feel. Quite
Absolutely.
Like it. It's really nice. And it's rich too, so it's not a bland palette, it's actually a really pretty palette.
Yes, absolutely.
Hands down my favorite.
Hands down. So we also have the Naturalist palette here. So this is inspired, of course, by the outdoors, people wanting to bring a little bit of greenery into their homes. And these are the people who aren't really afraid of color. So we have like passionate floral pinks mixing with really kind of viridian or emerald greens. But it's all kind of maintaining that soft neutrality as well.
Yeah. And there is a gray up there, and the gray is called, what does that say? Felted wood? Is that what it says?
Felted wool.
Felted wool. So let's be honest, you're not going to have all these floral patterns in your home unless you're doing a full renovation or you're working with a designer to bring these colors in, because it's very hard to pair these bright colors in a cohesive manner that doesn't look overwhelming to the eye. But it's done beautifully and simply with these colors. Now, wallpaper versus paint in something like this, what would you recommend?
So wallpaper is definitely a really great choice if you're looking to make a really bold statement. However, there's a lot of costs associated to that. So especially if you're thinking of selling within the future, you might want to take paint as an option. So really creating a bold statement, but just with one flat color. You could also create horizontal lines to create something that's just a little bit more bold, or use different sheens in the room.
Okay,
so,
so instead of putting up a floral pattern, which may not appeal to everyone, you can use any of these base colors and then get some floral arrangements happening in the house, or work with
amazing artwork.
Yeah, amazing artwork, vibrant rugs. It just photographs beautifully. These are my favorite colors.
Yeah, absolutely. They're really fun and funky, and that's totally you.
There.
So the last one here that I wanted to talk about, what's this one? Aficionado. So this one definitely has a kind of British culture vibe with these kind of tweedy, buttoned up style colors, really rich Merlots paired with like gold anchored colors.
And some really nice greens. This is very Queen West, Riverdale, Riverside, Distillery District, hip, cool, up and coming communities in the city.
Yeah. We're definitely seeing a huge resurgence in kind of jewel tones.
Are you?
As very popular colors. People, I guess, are just becoming excited by colors again, which is it's good. It's kind of like we're moving away from a little bit more of those neutral colors within these, but still pairing them back. So making sure that your neutral is always the mainstay, and then your jewel tone colors kind of like support the tone.
And this palette, for those of you who get a close look at the board, it does really well with brassy light fixtures and things. So if you're really into the new culture of the design for lighting, which is you've got some amazing brass or golds, these colors really lend very, very well. And plaids and any kind of textured fabric that's layered looks beautiful. This is a really, really cool storyboard. You shouldn't be afraid of either.
Yeah, absolutely. Mixed metals, that definitely suits this palette for sure.
And I think that's the last one, eh?
Yeah, that's the last one.
All right, let's talk about favorite colors, recommendations.
Absolutely.
Let's give the people watching some takeaways here.
Yes.
So if I'm thinking about getting my home ready for sale, or if I'm looking for some guidance and I just don't really have a good sense of style, but I need some really trustworthy colors that I can depend on that can lend themselves to a variety of different uses, what are your favorites? Tell us why, tell us how they lend to the space, and yeah, it's free reign. You pick, you tell us.
Sure. I would say definitely go with classical color combinations. That's something that they always suit really well together. So I would pair, let's take a look here. We have this color here, which is called Navel. It's an amazing blue color, really deep navy. And then I would pair it with kind of a classical gold, which is the camelback color. Yep. So, and then also your trim indoor for teak white. So something's creating that really, really classic color combination that you know is going to look great together.
So I'll tell you, I'll let you in on a little secret. This is a color, this one, and the one here, which is Anchors Away. These are colors that I'm going to be painting my living room. I'm just trying to decide between the two of them. And the reason is I'm starting to see them more and more everywhere. Yes. And you can have a little bit of fun. And I'm not talking about painting a whole room, though I have seen it done very well. Spray furniture, these colors has become a real big trend, finishing antiqued furniture or repurposing a nightstand that was white, or taking a piece of, I'm going to say it, IKEA furniture and giving them depth and color is a great way to do it. Now, this is a color that we've seen years and years ago, because I know I had this in my old home probably 10, 15 years ago. But pairing it with the navies makes such
really brings it up to style.
Yes, it really becomes a very chic color. And you can also, if you're afraid of using these, you can test them out on the super cool app, which you're going to show us about, because I know what I want to do is paint my walls in my living room, and my husband is just having, you know, it's cringeworthy dinner conversations where he wants to see us test a little spot, and it's hard because you can't just do a little wall. It's better to plug it into the app and see what a room looks like. So tell us about the app.
So the app, it's a free download. You can download it on your smartphone, on your tablet. It's called Color Snap.
Color Snap, and we'll put that up on the screen so you guys can see it. Make sure to download it. It's really neat.
So the best part about this is you can create your customized palette down below by choosing your selections from our color wall. So you're going to go and you're going to choose from your own photographs of your own space. Let's pick a room here. So all of your palettes down below, you can then just simply tap. And it's going to digitally paint your area. So if it happens to miss a little spot, you can come back in with a paintbrush tool.
And it really is foolproof. I've watched you play around with this. I'm not super tech savvy all of the time. It is very simple. It is very easy. And this is way cheaper to play around with a free app than it is to take home a quart or a gallon of any of the stuff and then realize it doesn't work well. And certainly these take quite a few corrections, right, to try, and then they don't cover over easily, so be sure about it.
Yeah, so this is like your pre-work. So this is your homework before your project actually begins. So this is a way to test out colors without, again, and purchasing anything.
Awesome.
So you can see those kind of really cool colors on here as well. So we can actually compare your colors. So if you're dealing with colors of a similar value, of a similar saturation level, especially with whites or off-whites, you can see those subtle differences all laid out.
Oh, wow. Wow. So yeah, you can see what it would be in a blue or in an extra white or a beige, and I mean, you can see it in a gallery view, so it's super easy before you get painting.
So another thing is we have this really innovative technology. It's called edge-to-edge technology. So it's to make it look as realistic as possible. So as we see here, we've had our highlights and our lowlights are still maintained within the space. So it looks really, really realistic.
Okay. So you can see the natural light on one wall. When you change the colors, that's basically what you're saying is the wall that's got a lot of light in that photo is going to enhance in the same way.
Yeah. Because lighting definitely plays a huge role in the way that color is perceived.
Huge, huge.
So if you wanted to send this off, especially if you wanted to send it off to your hubby and say, hey, look, check out what I've created, you can send it off
for those emails.
in a PDF.
Awesome.
And it's going to auto-format into this beautiful PDF with all of the colors that you've chosen down below.
Okay. Amazing.
Really great opportunity.
And if you're at a loss for the selections, then they can certainly go into the store as well and get help from a specialist in a store if you're struggling with what makes sense. We're happy to provide consult. I know as a team we have colors that we like to see when you're selling your home for neutralizing your home. It doesn't all have to be a gray wash or a linen wash. There's some really nice colors that you'd be happy to live with throughout the process of the sale and beyond. And also a lot of the people that work at the paint stores and specialty paint stores like yours, they know exactly what recommendations. So going in with a photo or fabric or a cabinet door is probably the best way, would you say?
The best way to do it is to
or
kind of
show
lay
up
it
with
all
your
out.
app. Bring your app and your photos loaded and they can help you there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else we want to leave people with that you think is super important about color of the year or prep or anything that might help them through the process of picking a color?
Definitely just ask questions.
Okay.
It's always a really great thing. I mean, ask other people's opinions, but always keep in mind your personal color choices. Color choices are so personalized. You make unconscious color choices every day. When with the clothes that you put on your body, with the makeup you put on your face, even down to what color you put on your dog. So I mean, make sure that you're taking all of those things into account when you're choosing colors for your space.
Some amazing advice here from Emily. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this great information. I hope you find it useful. Please share this video with your friends and feel free to reach out and definitely get on that. Give them the app name again.
Color Snap.
Color Snap. Make sure that you download that and we'd love to help you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.